I want to take you East Coasters out west and have a little conversation about the Pac-12. Are we disrespecting them a little bit? What's the beef with the Pac-12 this year? You look at the teams so far, there's 6 teams in the AP poll, but 4 of them are ranked 19th or lower. And I know we haven't seen the best performances, from teams like Oregon, who did lose week 1 to Auburn. Of course, Washington losing to Cal. Where does this conference sit right now in your guys' opinion? McShay, let's start with you.
Well, the Oregon loss to Auburn obviously hurt. It was a close game. They should have won that game, let's be honest. But they didn't. And so that's one knock. The other thing is I covered the USC-Stanford game, and I was really starting to buy into USC and what was going on there. I thought this is the most physical offensive line they've had in a while. They've got some talent on the perimeter. They've got Keaton Slovis at the quarterback position, played so well against Stanford. The problem is then you see the BYU game and you see what Stanford did and how badly they were just dragged through the mud down at UCF. And I know that, first of all, why in the world are they playing at UCF? But regardless, what happened. And so, they didn't build on it. Let's put it that way, Pollack. I'll put it nicely. But Utah looks like a good team. I think USC is going to bounce back. But Clay Helton's got his hands full if they lose another game in the next couple of weeks because the temperature out there is not good for Clay and that staff.
Here's what the Pac-12 needs. They need Utah to be a playoff contender. That's what they need because the Pac-12, it's not like we've looked at this conference and said it's been awful. It just hasn't had a championship contender. Allison, you kind of slipped in that nugget, by the way, at the very end when you posed your question to Todd. How many did you say was ranked 19 through 25?
6.
How many was ranked in the bottom part of the top
4,
25?
Yes.
4. So
okay,
the Pac-12 wants to start coming into this narrative and get more respect. It needs to have a couple big boys at the top that are going to be in playoff contention, not just – listen, when you go – I'll be completely honest. When you go through 20 through 40 in college football, there ain't much difference. You can call it whatever you want. Like Cal being a top 25 team, they won't be a top 25 team at the end of the season, but they're in the bottom top 25. It's kind of just a team that's there. That's okay, but they're not a bad conference, and they haven't been a bad conference. They just need somebody to go out there and win a playoff game and be in contention like they did the first year with Mariota.
So if you're not in the top 10, top 15, Pollack, you just forget about them? Forget about them.
If you're going to start comparing conference versus conference, you got to have somebody to carry some weight, bro. Hey, congratulations. You got championship fight contenders 19 through 25. I need somebody to be a challenger to step up and hit somebody.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.